MPG. Hey Siri, what does MPG stand for? All right, welcome. We're about to get started here. Eldon, thank you so much for dropping in, my friend. What are the options and choices here? We're going to start with a game that you requested. We're going to start with Replaced. After that, it's whatever. Maybe Metro, because I've been watching that video. Have you seen? It is out right now. And I think I've fixed the this video thing to where it's a little faster. And I want to clean it up just a little bit. It's still a little, I don't know, I want to call it dirty, but like I don't need some of this stuff up at the top like I want it to just be the video. So I may have to mess with it a little bit, but and plus you can see my camera is frozen, so I have to go in and refresh a bunch of this stuff. I don't know why it does that. But if I reset it, it should come back on and be live. So let's see here. It should be good. Yeah, it's good. Let's go into chat. Let's go down there. Yeah, so I already wish listed it. It will release at the end of 26. Yeah, I'm surprised it's already there. But this video, if you haven't already seen it, we could jump into that. Let's get that going real quick. I'll skip through the video because it is the same video that you saw, but I think they've started to talk a little bit about it. They're interviewing the devs. So you've seen already this opening. Try not to have the video too loud. Inspired by the worldwide best-selling Metro book trilogy, proudly made in Ukraine.
I ask you, do you want to come out of the darkness?
All right, so it does go through the same video here. Really great trailer. Like, just when you think he's finally found, like, rest and relaxation, they're like, Metro 2039. But then it should go into, I haven't seen this one. It's a 15-minute long video, so I think the rest of it is, there's 10 minutes left in it. Again, you may have already seen this.
Thank you for joining us today as we reveal Metro 2039, the next installment in the Metro franchise. We at 4A Games are really proud to show you what we have been working on all these years. I know it's been a while since you last saw us.
I think it's a silly thing whenever they have sideways videos.
Metro 2039 takes you to the dark heart of the Moscow Metro, where the last survivors of the nuclear apocalypse struggle to exist in the tunnels and subways of the ruined city. Hope is lost. The future looks bleak, if there is one.
The underground factions and station communities have all been united under one banner, the Null Reich, led by a new Führer, the legendary Spartan, Hunter. Führer promises a new life for the people up on the surface. In reality, they are trapped down in the metro, flooded with propaganda, misinformation, and fear. The people suffer under his authoritarian regime, and the brutal belief, if it's hostile, you kill it.
Our games explore what humans were before the world ended, what they became after, and what are they willing to do to live another day. The meaning has always been about preventing war.
But now, war is our reality, and our message has shifted.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Silence, the horrors of tyranny, and the price of freedom.
You will explore these themes through our voice protagonist, the Stranger, a recluse plagued by his violent nightmares, forced to undertake a harrowing journey back down to the Metro, a place he swore to never return.
But we must return to tell the story we want to tell. You can expect a much darker tone this time around. A handcrafted, story-driven, single-player campaign where you'll feel the weight of the rotting world pushing down on you, forcing you deeper into your claustrophobic nightmares. We will go where the worst of humanity can be on a full display.
The thing is, we are not romanticizing the post-apocalypse or making a theme park out of it. Metro has always been...
Yes, I watched it immediately when it was live. I love the way Pavel talked. Yeah, this is very, very, very dark.
Everything we had planned for the next chapter of Metro
5
changed
times.
in 2020,
Watched it 5
and more
times.
significantly in 2022.
When Russia's full-scale invasion began, it changed the lives of everyone in the studio, but more so of our team and families in Ukraine.
The war has shaped us, and we have changed the story to be even more about choices, actions, consequences, and what you have to pay to have a future.
Yeah, like what these guys must be going through to continue to push forward in the life that they have, in full view of what the world does to the world. And that world is essentially what we make of it. I mean, we're all these wild creatures, right? Like it's no different than the lion hunting the gazelle. It's like the gazelle's just there to live, but whoever's in the position of the lion has powers. It's like the gazelle's got to run. But you go up against an elephant, or you go up against, a boar. You go up against some of these yaks and all different types. Zebras, hell, they used to be easy prey, and now they're like turning the tide. So like these guys are like continuously pushing forward in the things that they love doing. I guarantee you they're probably going to take a chunk of the profits there and like put it towards a cause worthy of what they're doing.
Reality forced us to take a different approach, told from a uniquely Ukrainian perspective. But this is still a Metro story in the Metro universe.
We are a team of fighters.
Fighters.
We will push through no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's voice. The fact that Hunter becomes a Führer of the Novorite blew my mind. He is deeply connected to Artyom.
Of course, taking care of the family is the biggest priority. Sometimes you just put your head
The gazelle needs to run as much as the lion needs to hunt.
Our studio was born in Ukraine and remains majority Ukrainian, but our team has come from over 25 different countries. Despite this, we all work together with the Ukrainian spirit for our projects.
Growing up in Ukraine, especially in the 90s, made us strong in many ways.
Like, imagine what type of games we would have if war wasn't so readily available, if war wasn't so deeply entwined in our history as humans, our desire to destroy, our desire to love, our desire to, take what we feel is ours, maybe at the loss of someone else. Like if those like base primal feelings and ideas like some of these games would probably never exist. Like if everything was happy and everything was, just total support, would that be what our games are? It's like, yeah, this entire game is about supporting one another and sharing with one another. Like those games exist, but would we have these kinds of dark video games? Like it's reality.
Ways, not taking anything for granted, understanding that ideas and achievements are something you have to fight for. And this grew into a mentality of courage, a mentality of pride.
We have always been a studio built around one idea. Make worlds you can feel. We are craftsmen and artists. People with passion who want to tell stories.
Basically, we make stuff that we want to play.
We build worlds with details that make a place believable. The kind of details you don't notice on the surface, but you feel it immediately.
It all started as a family of dreamers 20 years ago, with courage, audacity, and the desire to do something more meaningful and more mature.
Whether it's the team in Kyiv or Malta, we are all set on making an experience that is truly Metro. There is only Metro, nothing else.
To build that truly Metro experience at the level of atmosphere and detail we aim for, we rely on something we've invested in for decades now. Our own engine and tools.
Yep. Yes.
To make the games that
Yes. Yes.
If we need to build a new feature or
That
do
is
something in a specific...
that is really good news. Unreal Engine is an interesting engine. It makes the studios that don't have the economy or the amount of employees or can't afford to do these amazing things that the Unreal Engine can do. I think it's great for small studios. Big studios using the Unreal Engine, I really like Crimson Desert's engine. I like what Pearl Abyss has. I liked the Red engine for Cyberpunk 2077 and the Witcher series. I like it when a studio has their own engine. I like Death Stranding with the Decima engine. They did use the engine that was primary for the Horizon series, but I like a propriety engine where they know the ins and outs of it because they have been the ones refining it and improving its performance. What I hope with Cyberpunk Orion and what CD Projekt Red, they're in collaboration with the guys doing the Unreal Engine, and I hope that CD Projekt Red does their own thing. I don't think they're just going to take easy assets. They're certainly going to use the benefits of that engine, but it's cool to see that they're using their own engine, so it will look unlike some of the other plethora of games that we have with the Unreal Engine. Nothing wrong with the Unreal Engine, but it does uncannily sometimes look very similar to each other in the way that engine runs.
Specific way. With our own engine, we can just make it. We're limited only by our vision. We get to take advantage of the strengths of every game in the franchise before it. With Metro Exodus, our engine enabled us to be early pioneers of ray tracing. This time, we have focused on rebuilding our implementation of this technology to bring a more tuned and performant experience.
I will buy the absolute ultimate collector's edition. Are you going to buy a physical? Like if they have a physical edition, will you buy that? Unreal Engine 5 is absolutely overused at this point, and I'm kind of tired of it. It's an awesome engine, but it is like, it just feels sometimes. Now, if a large studio has the time to jump in and tune it to their requirements, they can make it feel very unique. But the smaller studios, smaller employee base, it's easier for them to get a game running and to tell their story. I mean, look at Expedition 33. It used the Unreal Engine, and it looked and felt very unique because I think they took the time. But it certainly had some of those telltale signs of like, oh, I know what the strengths. I'm learning what the strengths of the Unreal Engine is. But it's nice to hear that these guys are using their own engine.
It is still nothing short of stunning.
I mean, if what I'm seeing right here, if this is coming out this year, that means it'll be on current gen systems and PC. And I'm really glad now that I got a PlayStation 5 Pro so I can run some of these games at higher frame rates with all the not all, but with more of the bells and whistles that get me closer to, I don't really need a PC. It'd be great to have a PC for path tracing. But now I'm just starting to get into like the fine wines when I just really need a carbonated beverage. Like, it plays the same. It just basically, I think frame rates are starting to be pretty common. Like 60 frames a second is pretty good for the human eye. I mean, the higher you go, it's what's the human eye see in like 120, something like that. I forget what they compared it to, but yeah, this game is looking amazing. But all the Metro games have always looked really, really good.
Hauntingly beautiful.
Our tools give us the ability to make a world as dense, realistic, and believable as we can imagine. They allow us to make a metro feel tangible. You can walk into a room and it behaves like a real place.
Nothing is prefabricated. Everything is unique and grounded. There has to be a physical, plausible reason for something to exist or be designed in a certain way. So, when you walk into that room, it's clear a person lived there. You can feel what they were doing right before they left or died.
We call these moments frozen stories.
Okay, frozen stories. I like how they coin a phrase to kind of describe what it is that they've worked so hard on, and I like what I'm seeing here. Cyberpunk 2077, for me, they call it environmental storytelling. So frozen stories, environmental storytelling. I like the way that they phrase it, though, because it is what was before that person is no longer there, whether or not they said have left or died. So it's like, what was this person doing? So there's a ton of those types of encounters, those environmental stories in Cyberpunk 2077 that I absolutely love. It's not a mission, it's not a side quest, it's just you walking through the space that these devs have worked so hard on. And that's what I'm really finding to be such a joy, is to walk through a space and take my time. I always say meandering, but just taking the time. And luckily I've gotten to a point in my life where I can take more time with games, and I'm not trying to finish it because I have limited time, and not everybody has that ability. So I can understand, like, some of the stuff might get lost on some people. They're just running through and running and gunning, but I'm looking forward to exploring this world.
It's a moment frozen in time. The tea spilled on the table, the unfinished card game.
it's already Eldon's game of the year. Yeah, I'm calling Crimson Desert game of the year. It's gonna be in the running, and it's gonna be hard to compete with that. But even small studios, studios of one person, 5 people, can make amazing. A studio of 33, which made Expedition 33, swept the awards. And I know award shows are run by specific individuals. The one that Jeff Keighley does, the video game awards. Everybody gets awards, and everybody could make their own award show. You and I could make our own award show and just decide what it is. It's not that hard to do. But the higher influence you have, that can be a huge boost in sales. So I think Crimson Desert is going to win Game of the Year, but there's also other games that I just haven't played that have just as much of a chance if they give as much love and attention. I mean, even it would be nice to see a Metro game come in and Game of the Year, like on the big stage.
The bags at the door. The corpse holding an unloaded gun with shells all around the floor. It tells you what happened there without a single line of a dialogue.
The goal of these frozen stories is to push your imagination further, immerses the player, and gives those who are curious many opportunities to explore and
I'm excited to watch you play. I am.
But not all the stories in Metro are frozen.
The ones at the beating heart of the Metro.
I am not a film student. I've thought about going back to college and going to film school, so I can actually just learn some of the tricks and trades for making video games. Making board game videos as I play them. Maybe eventually get into some tutorial. I would just like to show off my hobby and share that with like-minded individuals. But I laugh every time. I don't know why they do it. why do I need to see the side of this guy's face? Is it supposed to make me feel as if I'm in the room and I'm listening to him? Like I'm sitting on the left of the audience now and I'm watching him give a lecture. Is that what they're going for here? I have no idea why they need to have a side view camera of this. Like it's so silly to me, but it's also because I'm just uneducated on why is this an impactful way of listening to an interview. I'd rather just have two people sitting down and then as if I'm one-on-one with them. Now I feel like I'm stalking this guy and I'm looking in through a peephole and I've infiltrated this interview. I don't know why they do side views. I don't know. Makes me laugh every time.
Our games are based on and inspired by the novels of the author, Dmitry Glukhovsky, an outspoken critic of the invasion of Ukraine.
His courageous stance has come with a personal price, a life in exile from his home country, Russia, where dissent is a crime. We've crafted this new story together, united by our shared values of freedom and truth that have been shaped by the harsh reality of the world around us.
So, we're going back to the tunnels and leaning into what makes Metro, Metro. The intensity of darkness, the intimacy of closed spaces, and the feeling that every step forward, every decision made, has a cost.
The cost of silence, the horror of tyranny, the price of freedom. We want players to walk away with
I want this guy's beard. Not his beard, but I want a beard like that.
And question it.
How will you survive? Who will you trust? What would you do to live another day in darkness? You're asking the wrong questions. It's all about you.
This is just
He's got to be one of the voices in the game. Has to be.
To our fellow Metro community, our friends, our family, thank you. For the patience, for all the support and love we have seen in your messages, content, and replies. But first of all, to our defenders.
Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
If you thought that's all you were going to get, we have more. Here's your first in-game look at Metro 2039.
In-game, hell yeah!
From a mix of gameplay and cinematics.
What platform is it on? I want to know what platform they're showing this off on. I think they've shown this one, haven't they? God damn, this game looks... I think the Metroid games have always looked very well lighted, very atmospheric. Okay, this is... I think we've seen this. It's empty. Stick it in his head. Stick it. Oh, I thought they were going to show us some actual, like, live gameplay. Yeah, looking forward to that one as well. All right, let's get into replaced here. All right. All right. Let's jump into replaced. I've been playing this one for about an hour, maybe two. So this won't be me just getting into it fresh. I've actually have a little bit of time in this. Very, very little, but we'll get in here. 49 minutes. I am playing on hard, as I know you expect from me. Yeah, but really, this game looks really good. I've also got, as I normally do, I have my database up. I'll quickly share that for anybody who doesn't know, who might be watching this particular video outside of any of the other videos I do. I love taking notes. It helps me generate feedback for the developers if they have a way to absorb that, maybe even just by watching this video. I like capturing the lore so I can remember names, and sometimes I just take little bits of people, enemies, locations, things, and just jot those things down. So I will have in the background, as I usually do, this database here. And it's all through an Excel file. I currently have one going for for replaced. And currently, I'll kind of talk quickly about the things that I see. Audio, music. I'm not quite sure why the music player doesn't play while you're actually in the game. It could be just atmospheric and the direction that the developers want to go in this game. So, but so if I opened up his little Walkman here, but it's a Wingman, and you go to music, and I've got one Lab Rat, and you can listen to the song. But I would sit here for 3 minutes and 20 seconds, and I might even just have this particular one if I go into a Be Right Back screen. But for the gameplay, it would be nice to have this particular song playing as I'm playing. But once I get out, he kind of... I don't know if maybe I'm doing something wrong there, but it would be nice to see some of that music be played while I'm playing. Replayability. This is more of a question. Again, you can see I have question marks for things that I'm still researching. Replayability. Is there a new game plus? Is there an end game? I think this goes for a lot of games that I've been playing that have some really good worlds that I'd like to return to. Will I have to just start over? Cyberpunk 2077 does not have a new game plus. I would really like to see Crimson Desert have a new game plus because that game is massive, and coming back into it and going through the narrative again, but being this badass would be really nice. Animation graphics really look good. I like the 3D, 2D hybrid engine they've got going. The theme is cyberpunk, sets the mood really, really well. Gameplay, very calm beginnings. It has its opening, which is really action-packed, and then right into let's gradually get you into what the game is while letting the atmosphere and the ambience kind of soak in. So I like the calm beginnings. Gameplay, it is a side-scroller, platformer. I don't know of any other way to describe these types of games for genre specifics, but that's what you'll be experiencing. The story, man on the run. It's a typical kind of theme to where somebody is maybe a whistleblower, or maybe they've just decided to escape because they've been controlled themselves for so long. So man on the run is what I'm calling it. Gameplay, combat feels really good. It's got great parry, it's got good counter attacks, it's got combinations, it's got dodging, it's got stuff that feels really good. I don't want to say it's compared to another vigilante game that we're all familiar with, probably a trilogy, if not more games, a quadrilogy of games. I feel like that game made countering really, really fun. So it does have really good combat. The audio, music fits the scenes, fits the combat, fits the atmosphere. I like the music. And emotes. Am I in the wrong? No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I think this might be a incorrect. I think emotes. I think this is something I wanted to put in for Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I have multiple Excel files up because I'm playing games back to back. So I think this one, I don't think it's nothing has to do with emotes. This one's probably just for Baldur's Gate. So let me cut this one. We're going to cut this out. We're going to open up our Baldur's Gate file. We're going to drop this into its feedback. There we go. Yeah, where are the emotes? I think Baldur's Gate, have no idea why there aren't any emotes in that game. All right, so we dropped that in there. We're back into replaced. All right, so that's kind of what I do here. I'll try not to have that up while the game is actually playing. All right, there we are. All right, let's check chat real quick. Okay, we are back at it. Good to go. All right, so I do like some of the interactions here. The character has the game space has identifiers for the player to quickly cue on things they can interact with. This is probably going to let me jump up somewhere, maybe. I might have to jump up higher instead. Try that again. This also reminds me a little bit of Flashback, and I love Flashback. So it has some of that feeling for me. Back, forth, back. Yeah, they go that way. There it is. No. There we go. There we go. I would like to see, and I'll put a quick comment here, a little bit of feedback. It would be nice to have the ability to move the camera. We'll say this is gameplay. I'll try to scroll this up to where we can see as I'm typing it. I'll give an exclamation point, which means it's just an idea. Camera control to see around where the player is and what they can grab onto. Now this might make the game a little less exploratory. Again, just a thought. That's all it is. Flashback is such a classic. I love, yeah, absolutely love. I'm glad that the original designer of the game came back to make. They remade Flashback and then they made Flashback 2. So it's awesome that that's out and about. Yeah, as soon as you came into the Baldur's Gate stream with Shale and you said, Moss, I have an idea of a game. Replace is like, oh, as soon as I saw that on Game Pass, I was there. Calm before the storm, this game. Yeah, if they're, again, this is I'm trying to create a new series, and I think my video camera just froze up. At least it looks like it has. Let me see here. I may have to delete the camera feed and create a new one. My camera keeps freezing up. I don't know if it's live. It looks like it was frozen. Yeah, it looks like it's okay now. Don't know why it's freezing up on me. I might need to get a new camera. If not a new camera for this situation, a higher quality one. Dale, this is Kyle. Come the fuck in, over. They're chasing that shitstorm kid again. You mean me? Who the hell are you? I'm the shitstorm kid. I am Reach. What the? You're dead, shithead. Hey guys, let's go. I need backup. Alright, so there's some parry. There's red that I can't evade. Wrong button. I need to put both buttons right next to each other because the dodge button is too far away from the parry button. Come on! Keep hitting the wrong button. Let's see if I can change my button layout. Reset to defaults. Does not look like I can change it. Yeah, but I don't know if I ever answered your question. Yeah, whatever game you'd like to see played, that's what MPG, Moss Plays Games, is for. I'll play this until I'll play each game for a minimum of 15 minutes. But if there's a desire to see something else, that's what this series is for. I also have a 2-15 or 15-2. I forgot what I named it, but I'd play for 2 hours and 15 minutes hard cutoff, and then I'd go to another game, and I'd just cycle every 15 minutes. But for this one, just play, have a discussion. It could play this game for an hour, could play it for 15 minutes. But if there's games that people would like to see played, that's what I think is cool. And at least have the discussion too, because kind of talked about during the Baldur's Gate. It was just essentially a conversation stream, and I value those a lot because it is people's time, and it's great to spend that kind of time with like-minded people. And even if they're not like-minded, as long as they're respectful and constructive, I'm okay with that. But I've also been playing a lot of Crimson Desert and a lot of Cyberpunk, and those two games have consumed me in a captivating way, a positive way. But there are some games that I'm missing out on, so I need to get back out and pay attention. Just get out and play. I don't have to play for like long periods of time, so I think this series might help just get other games on the table. But feel free to request whatever you like. If it's on the Game Pass library, I have access to it. If I own it, then or if you want to just see games that I just love playing, you see me streaming a lot, it's all on the table. Proceed. I like the in and out that the character does play in this space. Pragmata. I don't own... Are you saying the next game you'd like to add to the list of games I play, or the next game you want to play? Because I did like the demo for Pragmata. I like how the character, I forget her name, that's essentially you're escorting, how she can scan and then do certain combinations to gain access to the weaknesses or what their defensive capabilities are. I liked that. It was nice and action packed. Diana, and it's a Capcom game, and Capcom's just running on all cylinders right now, really putting forth effort for the fans. So it's a Capcom game, so that's really sometimes all that matters. If you made Resident Evil, and I'm not saying that they have the same developers and designers and leads, but they know how to make good games. Oh, I probably should jump there. I don't know if you've ever heard of Tales from the Loop, or even Electric State, which is on Netflix, and it's made by Simon Stålenhag. I don't know if you've heard of this series. If you have, then I'm not going to be showing you anything you don't already know. But Simon Stålenhag had made these amazing graphic novels. I've got them all sitting here somewhere. Got my Morrowind Prophecy book. This is a really good book, unboxed by a board game designer, Gordon Gaea. I got to meet him when he was designing one of his games, Post-Human Saga, which I get to be a part of, which is pretty legit. Let's see, Tales from the Loop. There's my stuff. So if you've seen... so this is the Electric State. This is a collector's edition that I got during the Kickstarter. But Electric State, I don't know if I can get that in the camera here without too much of a glare. But Electric State is great. I've got a ton of his stuff. A ton, I tell you. Tales from the Loop. Great RPG. But those are just RPG books. RPGs. I know I'm just throwing this stuff at the screen, but it's his books. It's the graphic novels that inspired the RPGs and the board game. I actually got to work on the board game for Tales from the Loop as well. But these are some of his books. This one is Tales from the Loop. Electric State, which is now a... they've already made a Tales from the Loop series on Amazon. Electric State's on Netflix right now. Things from the Flood, which is the sequel to Tales from the Loop. And The Labyrinth. I got the collector's edition of this one. It's nice foiling on the... But we take a couple pictures. See if I can get this on screen. I think I might got too much of a glare from the... I need something brighter. There's a lot of dark images. Let's see if I can find a bright one. This is probably the worst image that I could possibly come up with here is show and tell, but man, the stories that he tells, there's just some amazing stuff. And the images, it's like this war-torn, like an alternate 1970s. Yeah, this image is not really all that great. I've got too much of a glare from this light bar. But Simon Stollenhag is the creator. It really feels good to see some really amazingly created stuff. Sorry, the lighting was horrible. Apologize for that. I might have a recommendation for you to play if you haven't already. Routine. I have not heard of the Tales from the Loop, but I've heard of Fruit Loops. I've heard of Footloose. Yeah, but this game kind of feels like that. People still living in a world that is controlled by some technological marvels. I want to see this city that we're supposed to be exploring. I think we're about to break into it. The audio sounds great. The rain, even the lightning, his footsteps. Southwest Labor District. Let me go back over. Next game on the list is Pragmata. What about continuing Resident Evil 9? If you'd like, I can jump into it right now. Your choice. Viewers' choice. Okay, so it looks like we gotta stay out of the light. Gonna move over here. If I end up all the way on this side of the screen, I need to keep eyes on that. We need to adapt to the light beam pattern, Warren. Ooh, I'm nailing it. I'm nailing it. How did he not see me? Okay, the light's not super sensitive. I'm nailing the timing though. Nailed it. I feel like I'm about to get spanked though. Well, I'm playing Silent Hill F on the side, so I think you should play a horror game too. Alright. Let's see, let's exit. Saved 1 minute and 27 seconds ago. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to switch over to Resident Evil 9. We're going to do that on PlayStation 5, so let me get that booted up. I could also play Silent Hill F. It's now that I have 2 terabytes of storage instead of less than a terabyte. Have more games stored on my console without having to remove it. Because Cyberpunk 2077 is now back on PlayStation as my primary platform because of the PlayStation 5 Pro. It used to be Xbox just because my Xbox had a terabyte of storage. Or I think it's a 2 terabyte storage. I think you would like Routine. Is Routine on Game Pass? Alright, let's go home here. Let's go over to the store. Let's search Routine. Routine. Included with Game Pass. Yes. Yes. Alright. We will install for future try it out. I need to uninstall Cyberpunk on my Xbox now that PlayStation is my primary. And I love the fact that they had cross-play or cross-save, so I don't have to worry about where I'm at on Xbox because that's where I'm at on all other platforms, which is quite beneficial. All right, well, that one is installing. We will jump over to PlayStation. It's going to be a little bit of a pause here in the stream as the Elgato switches over. Looks like my last game I was playing is still running in the background. Let's make sure that it's saved. Can't remember where I was at with Resident Evil. I know I was on Chris's location. Right, so I've got Cyberpunk installed, I've got Mortal Kombat 1 installed, I've got the Horizon games installed, Returnal, Control, Lords of the Fallen, because all these games are great on PlayStation 5 Pro. Guilty Gear, got back in that because now Lucy's in the mix. I got all the Resident Evil games installed, and I've still got, I think, 500 gigabytes left. Alright, let's go Resident Evil 9. Where are you at? Where you at, Resident Evil 9? Uh-oh. Do I not have Resident Evil 9 installed? No, I have to have Resident Evil 9 installed. Am I missing it? I see Village, Resident Evil 7. Oh, there it is right there. I was looking for the 9 in Requiem, but it just says Requiem. All right. Resident Evil 9, as requested by the audience. All right, I know I was looking for these towers atop buildings. So somewhere we need to get atop these buildings. Which one is the question? All right, let's open up our map. Make sure we're even going in the right direction, which I'm not sure of. I'm heading that way, but nope, don't want to go that way. We're going to turn around. All right, we got to turn around because we hit a dead end if we go that way. Now this takes me underground, but I don't think I want to go in here. I don't think. Great camera transition. Sounds like it's coming from my controller. It sounds really good in my headset, though. Alright, so maybe I made the right choice to come in here. Alright, let's check map. Yeah, I feel like I've been through here before. Alright, let's go down these steps. I like the way the camera goes right between the bars. Nice, smooth transition. Wait, didn't I just come down from here? Okay, hold on. I just came down from here. God, did I turn my camera all the way around? Yeah, I feel like I've been through all of this before. Spider I killed before. I don't know how good my resolution is. Sometimes I watch these videos later and it looks like the resolution is nowhere near what it looks like on my phone or on my PC. It's like I think they give me better resolution during the live stream, but when they put it on syndication, it's probably not as crisp. Okay, I did come from there. All right, let's go through this way. Let's see if we can find out where we're supposed to go. Yeah, see, I feel like I've come through here before, too. God, it is so easy to get turned around. Every time I see one of these roundabouts, I feel like, wait a second, where the heck am I? Yeah, now I don't know which. I've gotten completely turned around. I have no idea which direction I came from. I feel like, yeah, see, when I zoom out, it gives me this map, which doesn't really do much good for me. I think I'm going the wrong way. Let's just go north. Okay, we'll go north. If that's not the way I'm supposed to go, then we'll turn around and go south. I feel like I'm going the wrong way, though. Yeah, see, I came through this way because I saw these guys. Alright, let's just get our bearings. Alright, so we've been up north. Some weird shadowing artifacts going on with this. I don't know. Digital Foundry mentioned like what is happening here with the lighting. It almost feels like a transparency. Don't know what it's creating, an illusion. I don't know if that picks up on stream. Look at this weird artifacting on this post here. Okay, if I go down this way. Stop zooming all the way up. Okay. We need to get through this, but we need to find pieces for that. We need to go there, which I think is on the top of this building. Maybe we go south. Maybe going south will get me into here. Maybe I'll go back down these steps, which will take me all through here. I continue to go south, and then it'll pop me up over here. Okay, maybe that's what it is. All right, let's try that. Been away from this game for over a week now, I think. Alright, just keep going this direction. Maybe this will pop me up on the other side where that marker was that was telling me where to go. I've been gone too long, so got Eldon to get me back on track. No, yeah, I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go, guys. Because I've been here before. And I need to get here. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I know I need to get up there somehow. I think I've been there already. I need to get there. I need to. Don't want to. I need to. I've got so many games that I start and don't finish. Cyberpunk 2077 has been a game I've done multiple times. And normally I will push through any Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, Halo game. But I think when I got to Leon's section, I prefer Grace's style. I wish the whole game was that way. I wish they would have stuck with one way, besides instead of like cutting the game in half, and then it's kind of making it too different types of games. And I like Resident Evil 6, but it wasn't my favorite Resident Evil. And this is going to be the wrong thing to say, and people are going to hate me for saying it, but I wasn't a fan of Leon. Great character, just not my favorite character. Do I go through? Nope. All right, can I go inside this building? Okay, I've already been down there. That's actually something I really like about the Series S. It may sound weird, but hear me out. The limited storage on the Series S also limits the amount of games I can have on there, and that kind of helps me focus on my games more. That makes sense. Yeah, having access to more games gets me distracted when I log into my consoles and I've got 10 games staring me in the face. It's like, oh, which one should I choose now? Okay, I've already been down here, so there's nothing for me here. Well, well. Where do I need to go? Where is the end for me? All right, I've already tried that door. That's a no-go. Let's check our map again. Okay, that's red. Oh, what's this down here? Gunpowder large. I think I'm maxed out on inventory. I think the last time I played this, I tried to get back to camp to store stuff, but I think this was just supply and not storage. It says container. I limit myself to 3 single-player games and 2 multiplayer games right now. You have control. You have great control. I do not. Oh, zombie dude over there. Alright, let's see if I can get some storage. I really need to store a bunch of stuff that I'm hoarding here. I forget how Leon stores stuff. Maybe this is it right here. Okay. I got a repair kit. Still in good condition. I can't decide what to play. I either use the surprise me function from the library or do a spin the wheel. Well, I lack control on other things. Don't we all? Yes. What's the surprise me feature? That sounds like something Netflix would do. Does Game Pass have a surprise me feature? So I've done that on video streaming software and video streaming services like Netflix. And Netflix will let you it'll let you surprise you or how do I store all this stuff I've got? Need to free up space. I think this is a purchase, not storage. See how this Number of kills I get gives me credits. This feels like a mercenaries mode, and it got me feeling like these are two very different games that were maybe being made, maybe even in parallel. I know there was a new lead that came in. I think midway they were trying to make that open world Resident Evil for Resident Evil 9, but the new lead didn't like it and scrapped that idea. And I feel like there's remnants of a game mode here that, see, none of this stuff was in Grace's gameplay. But that could also be why it's a great game, because it's got essentially 2 games in it. And none of this stuff is like this for Grace. I don't know how I store stuff. He can save anytime. He's not using ink ribbons. If you go to My Games and Apps, at the top right there's a filter, and if you click at the bottom there is the Surprise Me function. It chooses a random game from your install. Oh, I thought maybe you were having Game Pass, like randomly choose a game for you. But yeah, you could also do that manually. Just pick 5 games or pick 6 games and then roll a d6 dice, or just tell AI to pick from this list of games. Randomly choose. Alright, I had a key that I didn't know I had. I can put this light away. I don't think I have any parts to this. Oh man, I'm so lost. What's this up here? Scrap. I need to get up here somehow. I have no idea how to get into that building. There's a opening here. So if I went to the central camp and then walked down, which to me doesn't make sense that I have to get... I think this is the original way that I went, because I've been here, right? Yeah, I've been here to the top of this building. We can see that one up there. I don't think I need to go down this way, because I went that way before to then drop this thing down from there. And now that I have that, I should just be able to walk across and get to that building up there. I can see where I need to go. I just have no idea how to get there. Alright, let's check this building. Two missed shots. Man, I hate missing shots. Damn it. Missed shot. Out of ammo. Reloading. Alright, he dropped his weapon. Does that imply dead? Maybe. What are you getting me? Handgun ammo? Alright, thank you, sir. Alright, let's go back in through here. Of course, I feel like I've already done all this. I gotta say, I'm really growing on Silent Hill. The riddles tickle my brain, combat feels decent, and they kinda managed to transition that Silent Hill feeling to playing a Japanese schoolgirl. Enemy designs also peak, as usual. Yeah, I want to get back into the Fatal Frame games, so I really enjoyed that series. Those games still to this day, if you wanted to buy Fatal Frame 1 or Fatal Frame 2, like the digital games very rarely go on sale below $30. Like those series, that series is stood the test of time. A slot for a crank. Well, gotta find a crank. Dang. 3 shotgun rounds to the face. Man, this guy was beefy. Love the blood splatter. Not fair. Yeah, I can do that too. There another one? Oh, he's upstairs. It was like, where the heck are the sounds coming from? Ah, dang it. Oh, back up, back up. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Run, Leon, run. I hope you're dead. I'm gonna use my machine gun on you next. Man, these guys were brutal. I hope it was worth it coming down here. Oh, there's a crank I might need. Steal that crank. Steal that crank when you leave, Leon. Just pull it right out of there. I only need to crank it once. Go ahead, take it out of there. Yes. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. There we go. Whew. Right, I don't see any more items here. Alright, we unlocked this. I think we got everything out of here. Alright, do a little bit of searching out this way. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Got, is that a grenade over there? I hope that's a grenade. Really use one. I guess I could probably use it for crafting anyway. Alright, we should be able to go back up over this way. Go up the stairs. Whoops. Up the stairs. I think there's a crank door up here somewhere, right? Whoa, 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 what? Oh, oh crap, oh crap. I got some kind of weird artifacting going on there. Only took me 3 wasted rounds. I don't know if that showed up on screen, but I'm gonna save. See if I can save that. We'll save the last minute. See if this shows up on stream here. I guess I've been muted this whole time. Not sure how long that's been going on. I think I only muted for the video, but alright, we don't need that flashlight. Got 5 rounds. Alright, this should get us to the top to finally get to that light. Okay, I don't think it's there that I need to... Oh, there it is up there.
One part should be just right here.
Alright, let's go to our Uzi. Oh, hello. Oh, did I get him? I got the rocket launcher guy. That was much easier than I thought it would be. Somebody else shooting? Ah! Who's shooting? Hope these guys give me more rounds. Come on, give me stuff. Who is shooting that? I feel like I shot the guy out of that. Oh, there he is. Of course I get hit by the last one. Of course, of course. Where's the other? The other guy's hidden behind there. Alright, let's stay out of sight here. I don't see a way to get up there. Oh, got another guy with that artifacting. Come on. Come on. Ah, crap, I'm gonna get hit hard. Oh no! 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 I lost all that progress that I just made because I don't think it did an autosave. Yeah, I'm not sure where it is gonna reload me at. I got you on mobile, so you are just a tiny man on my screen right now. Itty bitty. All right. Let's see here. I guess we'll try this again. Because there's one guy up here at the top. I just need to shoot him. That's one. The other guy is much more protected. No! God dang it. Dang it. No. Ugh. Alright, it's gonna be a guy way over there. If I had a grenade, I might be able to lop it over there. Don't have enough shotgun shells. No, of course. Of course he'd get a rocket right on me. Super accurate. Makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's see if we can go back downstairs. I'm getting swarmed. Or we're out of ammo. I might need to go all the way back. Okay, did this drop all the way down? Yep, it sure did. It dropped all the way down to the bottom. Maybe I should have waited to use that explosive until these other guys got up. Oh, they're coming after me. No, go down. Yeah, fall to your death. I am running out of ammo, y'all. Ah, I can't. I thought I reloaded. Dang it. Dang it. I may have to go all the way back and resupply, because I am not in a good place when it comes to ammunition. Whew! That's a little bit of pain. Just a little bit. Why can't I reuse this rocket launcher and shoot them? I think I've already read that. Alright, let's get back across. Let's go buy some stuff. We're definitely going to need ammo. Lots and lots of ammo. Hopefully everything I did back over there is already like saved. Alright, 15 kills. Tracking module, rare. Now got 12,600 credits. Alright, that's a cool shotgun. That's 7,000. Wait, I have 69,000. How do I store stuff, y'all? I think this might have been what I got, you know, a little deterred from playing. Is like, where is my storage at? Does Leon not get storage? Gas station. NF building, container. Why wouldn't I have storage here at this campsite? What is going on? So I like that other shotgun. Can I sell this stuff? No. I could buy upgrades for it. But I don't have space to store things. So I don't have room to buy things. So how do I... Man, that is weird. Okay, let's buy a case upgrade. If there's anything that gives us more space, a case upgrade, I guess we'll do it. Body armor, level 1. Let's just buy stuff that protects us, right? That should make sense. Body armor, level 2. Let's just buy it because we have so much. I like these combat, and we've got money to buy each one of them. Still got 23 grand left. Let's get handgun ammo, shotgun shells, machine gun, and rifle. We still have 21 grand left. Let's buy a med injector. We bought everything, guys. We bought everything. Okay, so we can sell. I think I want to get rid of an alligator snapper because I kept the silencer. We're going to get rid of this machine gun. Because we're keeping the tack. We're going to get rid of the gal because we have the steery. We're going to keep that one. Nope, we got the Marksman 1A, the Classic. Let's just keep those. We don't want to sell. Do I really want to sell this stuff, though? Am I being silly? Am I being silly, y'all? All right, this is all the stuff that I have. Now, can I... Let's go to the silencer. Can we... A dot sight. That's 1,000, 4,000. Don't need to buy that. 6,000. Okay, let's just... We're going to completely deck out our... Nope, we don't want that. We're going to completely deck this pistol out. All right, we've completely exhausted our resources. Yeah, let's put a bunch of stuff on there. Let's put that one on there. Nope. Actually, let's just keep... Man, look at that pistol. Look at that badass pistol. All right, now we have a bunch of stuff. Look at all of this ammo. I am overstuffed. All right, let's get this pistol. We've got this guy here, which we can reload. We've got this amazing shotgun, which... Do I need to re-equip? Let's do a re-equip here. Okay, we've got that guy. We've got this guy. He's re-equipped. Let's take... Alright, there's the badass shotgun right there. Let's auto-sort. Alright, and then we take the shotgun and register shortcut. Let's change this one out. Alright, our pistols are good. Let's take this. Let's register the shortcut for this one, because we're close quarters, right? Let's register this one in the place of that one. We're keeping the pistol. Alright, everything should be set. Alright, and we've got nothing but badass weapons now. Alright, cool. I don't know if I like... Okay, I'm going to put a comment on this one. So let's go to share. Actually, let's get our database up for Resident Evil 9. I think we'll save here and maybe switch over to another game. And again, if you're viewing and you're still here, please feel free, Eldon. If you're the only one here, feel free to make a request for the next game we go to. Alright, so feedback. And let's open up Resident Evil 9. All right, we'll close out replaced. All right, and then back here on the share button. All right, so for this particular comment, I'm going to say combat. This is Resident Evil 9. This is a suggestion. It would be great to have different depths of aiming. So when a player upgrades their pistol to a dot sight, they do not have to be in first person down the sights. Now I'm curious if I can remove that one particular one. Now I'm looking at the pistol. The lighting on the pistol has some weird shading anomalies. I think it's trying to reflect its surroundings, but it just looks bad. Yes, that's certainly something they would have to work on a little bit more. Welcome to today's episode of Inventory Hoarders. And Dayum, I gotta tell you, we got a wicked one here for you today. So stay tuned for inventory orders. Yeah, I'm a hoarder for games. All right, let's get a save going. I'm not quite sure how long we played this game, which I should probably have a little timer going on the side for the future. So we'll see. We'll keep each game to maybe around 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll switch. All right, so routine is the next one, brought to you by our good friend Eldon here. All right, so we are saved. Let's switch back over to Xbox. We'll switch as the Elgato swaps us over. All right, routine should be installed, so which is good. All right, we've got replaced, routine, Metro 233, Baldur's Gate, Marathon, Starfield, Diablo, Season of Slaughter, Assassin's Creed, Just Cause, the Doom series, and Cyberpunk installed right now. That's a lot. All right, so we're going to try this routine game. This one's recommended by Eldon as well. All right, we'll play this for a little bit. We'll see if it piques my interest to take database. We always have a database, but the depth of the database is important. All right, we're going to open up one. All right, I think we've got it up. We've got template. Let's go ahead and close the template one out. Press any button. Let's close that one out. We're trying to open a database here, folks. Give me a quick second. All right, this is routine. Our database has begun. Let's get it, this one right here. I'm going to close Resident Evil. So it should just be routine up on the display. All right, a fresh database to fill with information. All right, let's see, horror game, huh? New game, slot 0. All right, let's go. I feel like I should turn off all the lights. Let me get my system here all set up. We'll go, you know what? We'll go red. We'll go completely red, y'all. We're going red, guys. We're going dark. It's gonna get scary. It's gonna get creepy. I think for this one we might go. Can we go blue? No. We might need to go white, just so there's a little bit of bring that down to where it's not so bright. We'll have everything in the background red. All right, we're going to change these two lights in the background to be red as well. All right, let's see here. This opening is kind of creepy.
We started this journey together, chasing the unknown, seeking what we could not see. But now
2 moons?
we're lost.
The heck? What the heck's going on? Alright, it should all be red in the background. It is. Alright, we're going to turn down this light. Can we go green? I need something to illuminate my face. Is green a good color? Alright, that one might be the better one. Let's go with that one. Alright, we are all set. Okay, so database is good to go. Lighting is good to go. Yes, got to go full screen. Let me check over there. Alright. Sweet. It's got a very, well, I was going to say retro. Oh, good. Full body. I don't like first-person shooter or first-person perspective games that don't give the player a body to look at. All right, let's go to options. Let's go to display. Priority is quality. Actually, let's go performance. Let's see if our frame rate, yeah, frame rate's a little bit better. Doesn't look much different to me. Health and safety notice. Due to current health and safety protocols, wearing a pressure suit and helmet and displaying your ID on your breastplate is mandatory at all times. We apologize for the inconvenience. You don't apologize. Oh, I love this. I don't know why, but this immediately reminds me of Doom. Doom was really good with, and this is Doom 2000, Doom 2005? Was it Doom 2005? Where you interacted with the screens and it like was a nice transition. You didn't have to click on the computer. You just walk up to the computer. Open door. Open. Locked. Open, let me out. I'm claustrophobic. Oh, it's actually bigger than I thought it was. Let's just go back to sleep. Union Plaza Arrival Administration and Assignment Duties. Form UPA-TE004M version 1.4. Personal information, name, blank, ID number, blank. Assignment details, job title, Senior Software Engineer. Duties, assess and debug core ASN systems for operational anomalies. Department, Security. Union Plaza Correspondence, Kei Koyama. Oh, is this a slightly Japanese? Okay. Oh, we can rotate it. You know, I like to Resident Evil search things. All right, from Union Plaza Headquarters Security to Isolation Room 09, External Software Engineer. Union Plaza would like to thank you for accepting the contract to assess and debug our core ASN systems for potential software anomalies. Your primary point of contact at Union Plaza is Kei Koyama, or Kei Koyama. We are glad to have you with us and appreciate your role in helping Union Plaza thrive. Physical compliance activity. Activity 1 of 4. Let's test those knees. This is a tutorial. Hard to reach areas can be accessed by crouching and leaning. B plus RB plus left to right, up, down. Okay. All right, so we have a squat system, which is actually quite nice. Great. Now stretch your body to the left. RB, left and right. Okay. What are we escaping from? Continue. I like the interaction of the, yeah, all right. So we've already got some comments coming up here, bubbling up to the top. All right, let's go to our share. Let's write these feedback things down right now. Okay, so immediate feedback, I would say, is atmospheric. And I think this is, should this be story? I'm trying to keep my topic toppers. I used to have like hundreds of different topics, but I need to get them down to like maybe a handful, and then explain what it is in the remarks. So story, I'd say atmosphere. I think the atmosphere fits into the story category. Let's try to spell atmosphere correctly. Sphere. We'll say gloomy. Captive. This is the feelings I'm getting right now. This will probably be something I come back and look at. I'd say right now it's average. I've seen this type of style before done quite well in other games, so it's doing that well. You know, actually, I'm already going to say it's good. If it's this interesting to interact with, I'd say it's better than average. Can I interact with any of these drawers? Interact with that? No. Okay, let's try to open the door now. Locked. Door. Door. Locked. Open door. Open door. Open door. Is there more tutorial I have to do? Mix it up. Lean to the right. Okay. I lean to the right, y'all. Great. And finally, let's test your toes. Reach up as high as you can. Yeah. Great. In order to improve our services, please rate the following. Our catering options. Fair. What catering? The washing facilities. Okay. What the heck? The in-room entertainment. Good. I like interacting. Thank you for completing the release form. Oh, let's print it. In order to use the terminals throughout Union Plaza, you must have your ID. The ID must be displayed on your breastplate and remain visible at all times. Yes, 100% familiar. Full screen. Sorry, bro. I always do this. All right, thank you for completing. You may now print your ID. Print it. Of course it would fall onto the ground. Did it? Do I have the ID? The ID fell onto the ground. What? All right. I guess I'm done, right? Still locked? Do I need to swipe my ID card? Swipe. Swipe. On my breastplate. Oh, it's just push a button to run. Interesting. Let's zoom in. Trying to find my ID card. Little puzzly. Email. Form. Physical compliance activity. We already did all this. What's happening? In order to use the terminal. Push, push, push. Oh, helmet. Do we need to put the helmet on? Okay, chapter 1. Ouch. Helmet, cough, first and last hint. I would have gotten it. I would have gotten it. It's still locked. It's still locked. Yay! I've done my calisthenics. It's having me go through all this stuff again. Okay, B, RB, left. Hard to reach areas can be okay. So did that. Now can I leave? Nope. Okay, this is not a card slot. That's not a card slot. That's not a card slot. Door patrol. Minimize. Door. Exit. Open door. Open door. I've read everything. I don't see anything over here. There's a toilet if I need to go poop. I grabbed my helmet. Helmet is on. Don't have a menu, it looks like. Pressing all buttons. Oh, okay, that was a sprint. Alright, let's use terminal to operate door. Use coordinator. Alright, so use terminal. Is there a ID card swiper? Why am I like so lost here? So we did the ID card, we picked that up, we printed it. Print again. In order to use the terminals throughout Union, you must have your ID. The ID must be displayed in your breastplate and remain visible at all times. The system indicate that your ID has already been printed. Please collect. Yeah, see when it printed? Oh, am I gonna have to like crouch down to grab it? See how it fell underneath there? Is that my ID right there? Bro. Like this is such like real life. It's so much like real life. It's like, God dang it. I dropped my ID card. It's right freaking there. Oh, really? This is... Oh, this is so good. Like, wait, I don't know of a game that I've ever seen do that before. It's... God damn it. See, like any other first-person game would have just dropped it right there in front of me, and then I would have had to like crouch down to pick it up. But because it's got this extra... Oh, wow. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Basic tutorial of what the entire game expects from you. The visuals are quite nice. I kind of want to go into the options and just do... quality. It's back to 30 frames per second. I think maybe it will... I've gotten used to 60 frames per second, and now with PSSR on PlayStation, we can get some better resolutions at higher frame rates. I think that's what PSSR does. It definitely gives better resolution. But we'll see. We'll see if there's a big difference in the way the game appears. I'm not quite sure how clear it looks on stream. It also took me a bit to realize. Remember your crouch options. Yeah, thank you. It looks like. Let me refresh my stream here. All right, I'm not quite sure how clear this comes up on stream. If I need to change the gamma a little bit, let's go display, adjust gamma. I feel like I should max out the gamma. Does that make it look any better? Seems really dark. Am I on the moon? Is this the meeting room? Oh, look, it's a bunch of buenvuna, irashaimase. That's Japanese. Welcome. Hakabon. I don't know what that says. Welcome. Welcome. Is this German? Welcome. 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 It's very, very dark. Very, very dark. I cannot see in front of me. It's so dark. It is pitch black. And I'm allowed to continue walking backwards. Okay, I've hit a wall here. Whoa, what was that? Yes? Are you trying to talk to me? Trying to see how far back I can walk. I'm exploring, y'all. What is that? What is that? Oh, I thought it was an opening. Sec A1. Why is it so dark? Alright, let's get back. I like the run mechanic. Like all I have to do is press the run button and he just takes off. I do like that. I think that is comment worthy. I will try to remind myself. Go back to full screen. 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 I like the sprint toggle. It's a small comment. Most games you can toggle sprint, whether or not it's a hold or if it's a toggle. All right. What if he's got unlimited stamina? All right, is quality really that much better? Display, let's go performance. I don't get that big of a difference visually, but we'll play around with that. Hello? Is it just me? Audio. Okay, I'm not going to bring up the... just know that I'm typing something into audio. I think the audio is great. Sets the mood perfectly. I think the audio is really setting the mood here. Venus. Cat orientation, hardware overview. Is this going to be a mining drill? Are we going into Dead Space territory? Venus. What's these Venus cards? Blacklight something. I know I can't interact with everything, but damn do I want to. Looks like a big staple gun. I like how each one of these is slightly different, which means it's almost as if they had taken a test. So I imagine these are tutorial. Module slot used for navigation modules. I don't know how to spell navigation. Careful not to aim at robots. All right, so buttons. Power. Degauss to fix any magnetic distortion. Wireless access for accessing the PDA. Battery. You can see power left on battery when in the cat. All right, how do we... Oh, we can interact with each part of it? What? This is pretty cool. All right. we are actually going to have to do a tutorial. All right, hold on. All right, wire degauss button, okay. Wireless button, okay. Power and battery, got it. Can disable type 5's core. Consult Koyama apartment 4B in the living quarters. PDA can display tasks. It also saves some important video pictures and documents. Battery required for most cat functions. All right, so degauss button, power button. This is the degauss button. It feels like when I was active duty flying in helicopters, I had to read so many manuals, learning the helicopter, and my helicopter changed over the 2 decades that I was active. And they completely changed the user interface. It went from a cathode ray tube, green color only, to a full color display screen with all these buttons on the outside, the key, everything changed. It was a amazing upgrade, but I had to kind of relearn the operating system or the user interface. It kind of just feels like that. It's like I'm taking a test. I should go pass the test. I like this interaction though with the item. Yeah, I love this too. It's fun to figure it all out. It's that, again, through some of the games that you and I have talked about, I've learned to, again, appreciate, I've said this before, appreciate hard games. Like, Moss, just get through it. Just tolerate the difficulty, appreciate the difficulty. And then the non-hand-holding. I like turning off HUD now. Like, I don't need all this information. I just want to figure things out on my own. Some games aren't designed for that. It would be almost, it's possible, but it would take a very, very long time to play a game like Crimson Desert without some waypoint knowing where to go, because the game does not introduce you to the world and say, hey, this is that location. It doesn't have this. Like, imagine if there were maps and like not waypoints, but in-game for Crimson Desert, like postings, and then like, I don't know what they call them, the go this way boards. And it's like, okay, well, I can find it naturally just by looking at the world and maybe learning about it or growing up in that. It's like, hey, we're going to start you in this location, and you're going to spend about an hour playing here. And through NPC interactions and reading the world, you'll know that the next location you need to go to is Town B. So if I go there and I think, okay, now I know where Town B's at. I don't feel like I get that with Crimson Desert. So that game kind of needs a little bit of, this is where you are. And I want to play one stream of Crimson Desert without having any HUD on and see if I can just use the in-game map to find out where I need to go, and just have a natural exploration. So this game is one of those, I'm not going to hold your hand. You need to figure this stuff out on your own. And I do appreciate, I say that a lot, I appreciate it. Orientation video. Can I watch this? Oh wait, previous slide. It's a freaking video right here. Hold on. Oh man, being in the military, I kid you not, so many PowerPoint presentations. Like, they call it death by PowerPoint. It's not unique to the military. Civilians probably go through the same thing. But okay, everybody, here for training. Let me have this power presentation. Inspect the cat to operate its functions. Yes, I'm familiar with that. Next slide. Like, if I would be the presenter and I had somebody operating the keyboard, it was like, all right, next slide. And they just kind of be in sync with, or not just there to push a button like an automaton. Next slide. All right, welcome to your CAT orientation PDA overview. Here you will learn the basics of how to operate your Cosmonaut Assistance tool and make the most of your PDA personal data assistant. Please read the following pages carefully. Your CAT is powered by lithium-ion batteries. You will need to keep the CAT powered to use all of its functions. Remaining battery power is displayed on the battery. This will be visible while inspecting the CAT when a battery is inserted. If you haven't already done so, locate a battery and insert it. All right. Yeah. Do I have a battery? Oh, it's on now. Okay. I love this power up. It's great. All right, I've already, battery's already in. Now, let's get you connected to your PDA. Inspect the CAT and press the wireless access button marked with the following symbol. Oh, wrong button. Push the button. Not working. I love this thing. Degauss. I love the degauss, the way it degausses the screen. We had to do that in our helicopter with the cathode ray tube version some like 2 decades ago. Yeah, that screen would kind of get a little blurry, so you'd have to like cycle it. I'm not sure about this this button here. Oh wait, what? Stop crouching. All right, wireless access can be used to connect various devices throughout Union Plaza. I guess I don't have a PDA. This concludes. That's it? Alright. Do I have a PDA somewhere? Install UltraView mod, an extra slot. Careful not to use on type 05. What? Wireless connection. Yep, got that. Cat Cosmonaut assistance tool. Maintenance. I would take a lot of notes in this class too. Yeah, I'm not sure. Should we hand sanitize? Maybe I didn't have a battery in there. What is that thing? Lithium ion. There we are. Okay. So bring it back up. I'm not sure where. Take that out. Okay, so I have a full battery. Let's press this button. Alright, so that turned on my PDA. How do I... Oh, there it is. When aiming, the cat distance can be adjusted. Oh, are we going to be doing like zombie scanning? Or not zombie scanning, but spirit scanning. So like Fatal Frame and sci-fi. Dang! Batteries, y'all. We shouldn't ever want for batteries unless this is it's recycle. These are all dead. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. So we've done that. I think that's what this entire room was for, is to introduce us to the cat. I wonder if I should turn this thing off so I don't drain the battery. This looks like it's slightly opened or ajar. The UNSC is here to provide you with the most comfortable of accommodations. Can we just sit here and chill? Oh wow, his foot actually adjusts based on where he's standing. What is going on? What is this place? What am I doing here? I did hear something fall. This game would be great in VR. I hear something over here. What is going on? There's such a delay in what the screen shows that makes it even scarier. Turn on the fan here, get some airflow. Hopefully my microphone doesn't pick up on that. I don't know. So that one's locked. All right, let's see if there's anything more we need to do here. There's nothing in here to do. I did open that up. I think we did everything we needed to do in here. This was an introduction to the cat. I can't pick up the second battery. Wait, what's this? Joust. Preserving moments, dreams, life? I just close myself in and battery power. Recycle point, okay. Hello? Is anyone else there? I'm all by myself. I've learned to use a cat. How to operate a cat. What does the cat do? Does the cat give me different accesses to things? Can't interact with anything there. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I'm thinking maybe. What do the three dots mean? Oh. Elevator access. Do I interface? Keypad. Open door. Locked. Keypad. Door. Keypad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, enter. Unauthorized. Do I need to read some stuff? Thank you for the offer, Eldon. I'm gonna try to. What? Oh, you know what? Let's go back over and read the notes, because everybody was taking notes, right? They probably forgot their own passcode. O'Neill's electronics store connected nearby. Blah 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 blah. Let's rotate this around. Nothing. Let's go look at this one. Rotate. Cosmonaut assistance tool maintenance mod 3 times can be used. Maintenance mod. Use degauss if magnetic. Yep. View PDA of wireless access points. View PDA wireless. PDA. Degauss power. Black light something. Alright, let's check everybody's notes. Degauss, okay. Familiar with all that. I've looked on the back of all these. Consult Key Koyama apartment 04B in the living quarters. PDA can display tasks. It also saves some important video, pictures, documents for most cat functions. Battery required. Alright, so PDA. I don't know if that is the PD. Why does it? Is this PDA? That's power. Battery, it looks like it's got 3 bars. Degauss. PDA. All right, I did not see any in there. I don't see any notes here. Rubber gloves. All right, maybe we can't have multiple doors open. All right, that's fully closed. Maybe it's a safety thing. No, because I have to put in a pin. Do I interact with something here? All right, let's go back to the room. Kikoyama security. There's no passcode or anything. That's that. ID display. Sparkling water. Love sparkling water. This must have been a shower. Hot and cold. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. It has to have something to do with my cat. Okay, use terminal to operate door. God, it's probably so obvious. Can I scan this? What the hell? That probably just drains the crap out of my battery. Alright, so what's the point of the PDA then? If this is to access the PDA... Hold on, what's... Wait, now there's something different. No module selected. PDA... That's to power it on. Oh, geez. Battery's way low now. Okay, so this is PDA. No module selected. Ugh! What is... Is there a clue? I didn't see any numbers. Again, my mentality, the way that I'm thinking is, oh, it must be somebody that wrote a note on a wall, or it's probably something to do with this cat device. It says no module selected. I don't know what that means. My battery's almost dead because I wasted 2 shots. I'm still crouching to try to get out. Alright, full battery. I don't see any... Again, my mind, my gaming mind of what I'm used to is it must be written down somewhere, the passcode. Let me tell you, brother, that it took me a bit to figure it out too. Again, I can't stop thinking it must be written down somewhere. I thought it would be on these notes, but it Does not appear to be. Venus is everywhere. Like Venus is displayed multiple times. Like Venus, Venus, Venus. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a 4-digit code. Okay, let's see if it's in the slide. I don't think it's in the slide. Cat. If you have it in the battery. Now let's get you connected to your PDA. That doesn't feel like a PDA. Inspect the cat and press the wireless access button marked with the following symbol. Wireless access can be used to connect to various devices throughout Union Plaza. This concludes. Yeah, so if I'm in this button, if I'm powered up and I press this button, it takes me into this. Is this my PDA? If I pull the trigger, I'm going to shoot. No module selected. I'm pushing left, right, up, and down. Incom Corporation. No module select. Let's press. That cycles me back and forth. That makes me crouch. Yeah, very weird. What does that mean? No module selected. God, it's probably so obvious. Keypad clear. I don't have a menu. Is it 9746? Is it on the keycard 9746? Unauthorized key code. Is it 9746? 9746, yeah. Dang, exit. Is very puzzly. I didn't think it would be puzzly. Kinego, transportation, and motion. God, I was thinking, wait a second. That would have been brilliant if it was just on my key card. 97. Maybe I didn't type it in right. 9746. I can sometimes do things. 9746. Sometimes I type in things the wrong way. Validation, unauthorized key code. All right, and it is only 4 but numbers, right? Yeah, it's only 4. 333 just happened to work. How about 0000? Wow. My only thought is maybe I've missed something off of these notes that everybody's taken. All right, we'll check one more time here. All right, O'Neill's Electronics Store Maintenance Module, Default Cap Module, buy, read, Koyama. I feel like if we had something from Koyama. I don't see anything. It's not hidden. Connect to nearby wireless access points. Maybe I need to hit the button while I'm standing next to it? No modules selected. Okay, I'll go back to checking notes. All right, do a quick stretch here. Yeah, I'm at a loss. Ah. All right, we're at 6 p.m. I've got about 2 hours left. Well, less than 2 hours. I've probably got about an hour and a half. Am I going to spend the next hour and a half trying to figure this out? It seems so simple, too. I wonder if it's just something I missed in the tutorial, or... Let's see here. I feel like it's something that I would miss in the darkness, because it is very dark. I don't have a flashlight. I think I've checked all these to look for numbers. Maintenance mode can be used 3 times. Does that mean anything? 3 PDA or wireless access points. I don't feel like I've actually accessed my PDA. Is this the PDA? Alright, used for navigation modules. He actually might have spelled navigation right. He did spell navigation right. I just thought it was misspelled. Careful not to aim at robots. Degauss to fix any magnetic distortion battery. You can see power left on battery when in the cat. For accessing the PDA. So I've pressed that button, but it just doesn't seem to do anything. So I've got this mode, which I guess is the PDA. And then I've got, if I press that button. Oh, what? Click the save data icon to store progress. What is going on? Why is it? Elevator code. Thank you for fulfilling the software engineer assistant request. It's a relief to have another set of eyes on this. The ASN is behaving as if in lockdown mode for no reason. I have been able to identify, due to the current security protocol, I have to reset the arrivals elevator access permission. Check the database section in your PDA for the new code. Why is this my PDA? It's accessing this in order to display my PDA? Database 9815. See, that is a very, very weird way of displaying your PDA. 9815. So if this is a wire, I guess this is a wireless device. And because I'm in here, so if I... That is so weird. So if I go back over to this and then click this button again, that is really weird. Alright, there's no media. Hardware. Software. CAT software version 5.5.4. Diagnostic tools installed. Wireless access revision. Manual. Power. The power button turns the CAT on. When near a wireless access point, press the wireless access button to connect. The two main functions of this feature are accessing the built-in PDA, running terminal diagnostics. The operation does not require battery power. To gauze. Maintenance tool. The screen offers a respectable refresh rate. However, it is not equipped with backlighting or enhanced visibility features. The function of the maintenance module can overload and activate electrical equipment that is otherwise out of reach, useful as a temporary solution for unresponsive malfunctioning hardware. Warning, do not use on the Type 5 core located in its chest area. Well, actually, it sounds like these guys are going to be bad and I need to use it. The active function requires 1/3 of the total battery. Okay, so the maintenance module is the thing I wasted. Okay, so 9815 I think was the number. Database 9815. Okay. Wow. Looks like a cyberpunk Night City elevator. Bunch of screens displaying the newest news. Loading screen. That was a good transition. I think we could have ridden the elevator all the way. All right, what happened here? Battery disposal. Like some kind of automated walkway. Very, very red in this area. This game is so dark. More puzzle codes. I guess that might open that door. I'm starting to get Space Odyssey vibes too. I need a flashlight. That's what I need. It is so dark. All right. Let's see here. I've been going for about 2 hours and 41 minutes. I think for the sake of my sanity, I think I'll end here. I need to know whether or not I've saved, though. I don't think I have. A field of view would actually be really nice to have more of. Yeah, I think a better field of view would be nice. Yeah, I don't know if I'm... Actually, if we go back... Okay, you can stop running. Whew! Yeah, that first... Again, it wasn't... I don't know if it was necessarily puzzly, but the user interface for this cat was like actual learning, which is kind of, I guess, rare. There's not a lot of hand holding. I don't really think there is any hand holding at all. So that was kind of nice to figure that out on my own without being told every step of things to do, which is rare in games. So I will say I approve. This is a very interesting way to interact, though, with your menu. All right, progress saved. Wow, yeah, that's a good recommendation, Eldon. I approve of that one. Like, very, very nice game. It looks amazing. I really liked Alien Isolation, and the new one, I forget what it's called. It's in VR, which is really good as well. I think it's a good follow-up. I hope they do a part 2, part 3, but right now it's only part 1. And I've heard that they're going to do part 2 only in first person or without VR, or their focus is on flat screen when it was primarily a VR game, or they brought the first... Oh, maybe I've got it backwards. I think maybe they brought I think it's called Rogue Incursion. Maybe that's what it's called. Whatever the PlayStation VR successor to Alien Isolation was on the PlayStation VR 2. This kind of feels like that. It's got that kind of retro sci-fi feel to it, so that's a good vibe. It's a puzzle game. There's got to be something scary. I don't know if it's going to be robots that are scary or the people that came here before me or arrived before me are all dead, and I'm just going to find that out. But I don't think I've ever spent an hour trying to just figure out the interface, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. But yeah, it's a good recommendation. Thank you, Eldon, for that. As always, good recommendations. Wow, yeah. Thank you so much. Again, I say this on every stream. I say it to you, Eldon, all the time. Thank you so much for your time. It's a valuable resource that you can spend anywhere, and spending some of it here with me is so very appreciated. I enjoy the recommendations of the games. So I'll be playing more of these. I'll try to cycle in some different games. I will probably create a database and track how many times I've played a specific game, and when it reaches maybe 5 consecutive times, maybe we'll rotate it out for a little while. But I would like to play different games because I've got access to some 1,200 games between PlayStation and Xbox that either come from the memberships that I have or just games that I've purchased. There's so many. So it'd be nice to jump back into them a little bit more. All right, that's all I got for today. I will see you guys again tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier, but I'll be streaming again. I'll be streaming pretty frequently Saturday, Sunday, and then all next week I'll be trying to stream more as well. But after that week, I'll kind of go back to maybe shorter streams in the morning, but we'll see how it goes. But hope to see you there. Hope to see you in your own streams. If I don't miss them, if I'm not sleeping and somebody else is streaming, that's usually how it works out with everybody that I've been following. So see you guys again soon. All right. Bye.